Hey guys, it's the first in a series of modules for hiring a new therapist. In this module, I'm going to talk to you about preparing to hire a new therapist. So the first thing I want you to do is download the takeaways below. Okay, this will give you the step-by-step instructions on what I'm about to go over very briefly. Okay, but all the details are in the downloads below. Okay, so now you've got the downloads. These are the steps I want you to take. Okay, the first thing I want you to do is decide if you really need a therapist. Okay, this might sound like a funny question if you've just had somebody quit. Okay, but is it? Okay, I want you to ask yourself some questions. Number one, could you juggle your current staff to fill the gaps? Okay, can you actually fill the gap of the person who just quit? Okay, next thing I want you to ask yourself, could you take somebody who's part-time and bump them to full-time? Okay, I love this one because you're taking a therapist who's already trained and they're just working more. Okay, next, could you move your staff schedule around? Could you take some staff where you're overstaffed in your slow times and actually move them to high times or peak times? Are you making the best use of your independent therapists, your on-call people? A lot of times we overlook these guys, but maybe they can fill in and help fill those slots for you. Also in this decision process, I want you to ask yourself, are you missing services? Okay, are you actually turning away potential clients? If you're not, you probably don't need to hire somebody. Also, are there critical offerings that you're no longer able to deliver that only that therapist was able to deliver? I sure hope not, but you never know. Ask yourself that question. Also, are you expanding? Or are you coming into a busy season for your spa? You know that it's going to be busy. Okay, that's obviously a time when you're going to need to hire, so you're going to need to follow these steps below. Okay, this is a critical point I want to make right here. Okay, your reception staff dictates how well you fill in your appointment calendar. A poorly trained reception staff will never be able to convince clients to move to different times or take slower time slots. You have to have a properly trained reception staff, or really your spa is just not going to work. Okay, the next thing I need you to do is go through the takeaway and be very specific about what your needs are going to be for this new hire. Please don't brush this off. If you cannot get on paper what exactly your needs and expectations are, how can you possibly convey them to a potential hire? I know this is going to take you a bit of time, okay, but it's very important, not only for you, so you get on paper what you are thinking, but for your new hire, okay? So they will know exactly what you expect of them. Okay, this will probably seem a little bit overboard for a simple therapist hire, but trust me, by doing this once, you will already have it down for the next time. So the next time you go to hire a therapist for this position, the paperwork is already completed. You've just gotten a whole lot more effective at hiring a great therapist. Once you've completed these forms, go ahead, click on the link, and it'll take you to the next training. Give me a shout out if you have any questions. Thanks.